Well, good Friday morning, everybody. Good to see you all here. Psalm 57. Um, it's a it's a psalm about praising God during the difficult times, and that's how we stay close to God, and that's how we keep ourselves under His watch care. So David starts out. He says, "Be merciful to me, O God. Be merciful to me. My soul trusts in you, and in the shadow of your wings I will make my refuge until these calamities have passed away." So you see, he's in some calamities. He says, "I will cry out to God Most High, to the God who performs all things for me. He shall send from heaven and save me." Um, so he's just saying, look, during the calamities and during the hardships and during the tough times in life, he says, I'm taking shelter under the shadow of God's wings. I'm taking shelter right next to God, and God is the one who's going to protect me. Listen to some of these things that he says about the calamity that he's in. He says, he reproaches the one who would swallow me up. My soul is among lions. I lie among the sons of men who are set on fire. Their teeth are spears and arrows, their tongues a sharp sword. They've prepared a net for my steps. In other words, they're trying to trap me. My soul is bowed down. They've dug a pit for me. And in the midst of it, they themselves have fallen. He's saying, look, all of these, I'm in this calamity. I'm in these people trying to get me. He's saying, but I'm going to take shelter under the shadow of our wings. So how do we do that? And he ends the psalm in that way. He says, my heart is steadfast, O God. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and give praise. Awake, my glory. Awake, lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing to you among the nations, because your mercy reaches into the heavens and your truth into the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be above the earth. So he just praises and worships God. And that's the way you stay under the shadow of God's wings. That's the way you stay close to him, so that he can be the one who protects you. I'm reminded of two different stories in the book of Acts. One is where Paul and Silas had been arrested and beaten. They had cast a demon out of a little girl that was sort of a fortune teller, a young girl who was sort of a fortune teller. And her masters got mad. They had them arrested. They had them beaten. They put them in the innermost part of the prison. They put their feet in stocks. It says, but the scripture says in Acts chapter 16, it says, but at midnight they were praising and worshiping God. And in the process of doing that, God sent a quake, the chains fell off, and they were set free. Praising and worshiping God and singing to the Lord is what brought them into the shadow of God's wings. There's another one where Peter and some of the other apostles, they had been preaching and teaching and been arrested and been set free and got arrested again. And it's in Acts chapter 16. And they had brought them in and they had beaten them. And then they had let them go. And it says in 1641 that they went away rejoicing in the Lord, because he had counted them worthy to suffer shame for his name. So praising and rejoicing is what keeps us in the shadow of God's wing. In verse 7 here of Psalm 56, he says, my heart is steadfast, O God. My heart is steadfast. Your heart stays the course, no matter what, no matter how tough, no matter how hard. Your heart is true. Your heart stays the course. Worship God. Praise his name in the most difficult of times, so that you can stay under the shadow of his wings, and find refuge there. God bless you guys. Psalm 57, Faith Today. Love you. Bye.